Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Lopez again, wishing everyone a happy Friday. It's the end of the week. Everyone has been doing an amazing job, so please keep it up. I want to say hello to Talene, Renee. Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Orzala. Good morning, Zane. Good morning, Hala. Good morning, Zakaria. I'm going down I'm making a mental memory of the classroom right now. Let me see if I don't forget anyone. Good morning, Yasmin. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Safina. So going down the list, Safina. Good morning, Malak. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Well, hopefully, if I didn't remember your name, I'm sorry. I don't have my list with me, and I do apologize. Let's go on with a homework review for 13.3 dividing by 8. And again, thank you very much for your hard work and patience. So let's look at this right now. So again, we're finding the factor and quotient. This should be fairly simple for you. Finding the missing factor right here and the missing quotient right here. So take a look at how you did. These are pretty much, I'm very confident that everyone's been doing a great job with these. So check your work. Let's move on to the next one. So let's go and look at the question and start analyzing what we have. So Ted has a strip of cloth that is 16 feet long. He cuts the cloth piece in pieces that are 2 feet long to make kite tails. How many pieces will he have? So it's 16 feet long. So here's the grid right here. And they divided them into 2. So here's the 2 right here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 16 divided by 2, Ted would have 8 pieces, and 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So 16 here total. They divide them by 2, 1, 2, and you have 8. There are 40 people going to a baseball game. There are only 3 vans available that seat 8 people each. The other people were riding cars that seat 4. How many cars are needed so all 40 people have a ride to the baseball games? How many cars are needed? So we have to figure out this one here. Okay, so let's figure out the first part first. So let's figure out how many people can ride in a van equally. So if you take a look at this, we have only 3 vans, and 8 people can sit in those vans. So we're going to multiply 8 times 3. Because that's the only amount of people that we can get. We only have 3 vans, and we know that 8 people can fit in that van. So for sure, we're going to know that we're going to have, for 8 and times 3, so that gives us 24. Okay, so we have 24 people taken care of. Now we have to figure out what are we going to do with the other people. So in order to figure out how many people are left, we have to subtract 24 from 40. And that'll give us what? 16, correct. So now we have this number to play with. And the other people were riding cars at seat 4. Now here I go. Now I have 4. I have 16 people left. And divide that by 4. And that equals 4 cars. Okay. So your answer is this one right here. How many cars are needed? You're going to need 4. But we have to get this number first. Okay. By subtracting what we know first. So remember, analyze the question first. If you start looking at everything at once, it's going to overwhelm you. Do one section at a time and analyze it. And here's your possible answer here. Hope that was not too difficult for you. Pretty sure. How did we do, Renee? Good. Talene? Hala? Good. Nora, thumbs up. Orzala, Safina, Yasmin, Malak, Zane, Zakaria. How are we? Good? Nod your head. This means yes. This means no. But let's move on. So we have the baseball game. The 40 people sitting in rows of 8. 40 people, rows of 8. That should be fairly simple. 40 people, rows of 8. And your answer is 5. That's very easy. Good. Let's move on. And let's go to this page right here. So Bethany makes 48 party favors, and she puts them in favors. She puts the favors in baskets of 8, so 48 divided by 8 equals 6. That's fairly easy. Wes has 56 balloons. Highlight that. He uses 8 balloons to make an animal shape. How many animals can Wes make? Divide 56 divided by 8, and that is 7. Again, you need to know your multiplication tables. If you don't, you're going to have a hard time figuring this out. So again, look at your numbers, how many equal groups, and you should be okay. Let's go with the next one. Luis has 24 pencils. He has an equal number of red, blue, and yellow pencils. How many pencils of each color does Luis have? So remember, yes, me, remember, these are all pencils. So how many types of pencils do we have? 1, 2, 3 types of pencils. How many total pencils do we have, Yasmin? Good. We have 24 total pencils, and we have 3 different colors. Well, the number here is what we need to figure out. They don't give us 3, but they tell us 1, 2, 3. We have to be able to analyze that. Yes, Taline? Yes, Ranim? Zakaria? Good. Rizala? Good. So your answer is 8. Notice how I did that. Okay. The next one, the teacher puts 64 boxes of school supplies on 8 shelves. If she puts an equal number of boxes on each shelf, how many shelves does she need? So where's your number? 64 boxes. There's 8 shelves. So what does your division sentence look like? Malak? Good. 64 divided by 8. You're also so smart. You all are so smart. 8 times 8 equals 64. So here's your answer. Yes? Thumbs up, Nora? Yes, Taline? Yes? Yasmin? Zane? Zakaria? Ozala, how are we? Good. See, I'm going down my list. I hope I don't forget anybody. I'm trying to picture your faces right now and where you sit. I think we're okay. So multi-step, we know we have 2 steps to do here. So Jackie has 15 tiles and 25 yellow tiles. There's a total right there. What do we need to do, Yasmin? You know this one. What operation? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide. She divided them equally to decorate 5 plates. So we have to add 15 plus 25 gives us what? 25 plus 15 equals 40. And we divide that by what? 5, and there's your answer. Your answer is 8. Next step, Paco has 40 tulips and 32 daisies. He divides the flowers equally among 4 vases. How many flowers will he put in each vase? 40 tulips, 32 daisies. What do we do to those 2? Yes, we have to add them. 40 plus 32. You get 72. There's your division sentence. Now we put them into 8 equal groups. And if you know your multiplication tables, what times 8 equals 72? And the answer is 9. Very good. And keep in mind that you know your multiplication tables and you're able to analyze these questions, you will be successful. Hopefully everything went well. I want to thank you for your patience and cooperation. So now I will be working with 16.3. So goodbye to you all and welcome Group D. Group D, we are working with 16.3. I want to say hello to, let me see, Lena, good morning. Miriam, good morning. Ayan, good morning. Jabril, good morning. Sehena, good morning. Isa, good morning. Mr. Lowe, good morning. Let's see, am I missing Ramen? Good morning. I don't think I forgot anyone. I'm trying to visualize where you're sitting down in this, and I will come back to see if I missed anyone. So let's go ahead and look at this one. 16.3 multi-step. Again, we're analyzing the how the areas will change, and if we just go step by step, drawing a picture and analyzing what we know, what they give us, we will be successful. So let's look at this one real quick. You have a square photo that is 2 inches on each side. You make it larger by doubling each side. Then you double each side again. How do the areas change? So you have to physically draw this. So you have photo that's 2 inches, and remember we're working with areas, so I don't have to draw the whole thing. Here's my length, that's 2. My width is 2. Oops, because it's 2 inches on both sides. Okay. So my area is 4. And it says you make it larger by doubling each side. So now I double each side. So now my length is 4 here. My width is 4 here. Now I come 16. So now I compare these two areas. Do they stay the same? Negative. Do they double? No, because if this was doubled, this would be 8. Are they 3 times greater? Well, 4, 8, 12, 16. 3 times greater will be this one. No, so they're 4 times greater. So look at this. 4 times greater. 1, 2, 3, 4. But look at how I'm working this out. I have to get my area first and then compare these two numbers here first. If you try to do this with mental math, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. There's no way you can be able to do this with mental math without drawing those pictures. So you need to be drawing what I'm drawing here. You need to use the models that I give you. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Lou makes rugs for an art fair. Each unit square is 1 foot. Lou continues the pattern shown. What is the area in square feet of the next rug? So here's rug 1. Here's rug 2. Here's rug 3. So let's look at the pattern first. So its length is 2. Width is 2. Length is 3. Width is 3. So I'm seeing a pattern. Length is 4. Width is 4. So length and width, the pattern is going up by 1. So if the pattern continues, my length here will be 5. Oops, and I'm sorry because I'm still using that mouse. I'm sorry. That mouse, that pin is not arrived yet. So my width will be 5. So there's my square feet right there. The pattern will be the area will be 25. 25 square feet. Notice what I'm doing here. I'm writing down what I know. So let's go to the next one. A rectangle is 40 centimeters long and 40 centimeters wide. So I'm going to draw that. 40 centimeters long. This is our length. And 4 centimeters wide. Okay. Let's double one number and half the other. Double one number and half the other. Doesn't matter which one you do. But when I'm going to double one, I'm going to double the smallest one first, and I'll half the larger one. That's easy. So let's do what it tells you to do. Double one number. I'm going to double the width here. So now I have this. I'm going to double one number. Oops. Well, first let's get the area here. The area here is what? 160? Because 40 times 4 is 160. So I doubled this number, and I half the other. So I'm going to half this one. So half of 40 is 20. What's my area here? Well, I multiply 20 times 8, and lo and behold, my area is 160. What will be the area of the rectangle that you get after repeating the process 3 times? So I will do it again. So I did it once here, I did it twice here, now I'll do it again. And what was it that I did again? I doubled one number, and I halved the other. So which number will I double? I'm going to double the 8 here. So now I have 16. And I'm going to half the other. I'm going to half the 20. Half of 20, that's 10. Lo and behold, look at my area. My area for all 3, if I do it 3 times, it's still 160. The one that gets most students is this one right here. This one's right here. Because what they want to do is they'll start to add these 3 times, or they'll just not do the process and think this is the right one. You have to do the steps. You have to do the steps. Okay, let's go to the next section. The homework. Okay, again, you need to fill in what you know. So the first thing I want to do is get my area. So 10 times 6, 60. Get my area. 5 times 6, 15, 90. Get my area for everything in order for me to be successful here. And then I just answer the questions. The company builds wooden porches. The porches are built in rectangular shapes. How do the areas of the porches change when the lengths change? So that's what we're going to do. Notice how the width stayed the same. The length is what changed. So what stayed the same? It's right here, the width. Look, and I can see that right here. The length, the length, it's increased by what? So I'm looking at my pattern. Whoa, I'm looking at this. Whoa, what can I see? They increased by 5. And how do my areas change? Each one, yes, 60 plus 30 is 90, 90 plus 30 is 120, 120 plus 1 plus 30 equals 50. So that's how you enter that section here. Again, you need to do this first and just analyze what they're asking you. Oops, I'm sorry. So let's look at the next one. And again, let's work it out. What if 2 feet were added to each width? So now the width, instead of being 6, they're adding how many? They're adding 2. So now it's an 8. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. And then I figure out my area. 10 times 8 is what? 80. I'm sorry, I don't have my pen yet. And I'm having a hard time. I'm sitting down here in this makeshift office that I have here because I need to be able to have my wife have her space in my office right now. So I'm out here. So I'm sitting down a little bit too comfortable. I hope I don't confuse anyone here. So just be patient with me. And again, 15 times 8 is what? 15 times 8 for porch B, yes, 120. Porch C now, it's what? 160, 120, 160. And porch D would be 200. Because 25 times 8 is 200. Then I look at my pattern of the areas. What changed? They're adding 40 square feet to each one. And again, you have to do this first. If you just start looking at this and try to do mental math, you're going to get confused. You have to do this. You're going to have to show your work. It's to the point now when I've been saying this for the whole year now, and I told you, it's going to come a time when you have to be able to show your work to be successful. And we're at that point now. So everything that we do is for a reason. So hopefully you all are showing your work. Let's look at question number 3. An artist paints a mural that is 3 feet long, and 5 feet wide. Okay, let me draw that. An artist paints a mural that is 3 feet long and 5 feet wide. That gives me an area of 15. Okay, I know that. She paints a second mural that is 5 feet long and 5 feet long. Oh, here's my second mural. 5 feet long and 5 feet wide. What's my area? 25. A third mural is 7 feet long and 5 feet. Okay, here's my third one. 7 feet long and 5 feet wide. What's my area? 35. And now, okay, explain how the areas of the murals change. So now I look at the areas. 15, 25, 35. What do I see? Isa, what do I see? Ayan, what do I see here? Mr. Lowe? Raman? Zehna? Lena? Mariam? Jabril? Yes, they're adding 10 square feet. Each one of these, they're adding 10 square feet. You have to be able to explain how the areas change, and you have to work this out. So I want to see this worked out. Because if you come up and tell me, and I don't get it, well, because you haven't done the steps. Do the steps. You have to do the dance to be successful. Next one. A flag has a total of 42 square feet, and a flag has a total area of 42 square feet. Okay, so I know it's 42. 42. A second flag has an area of 48 square feet. Okay, there's my other one. Okay. If the widths of both flags are each 6 feet, okay, the widths are both 6 feet. What are the lengths? All I have to do is figure out the missing factor here. Okay, because 6 times what gives me 42? 7. 6 times what gives me 48? 8. So the length for the first flag is 7. The length for the second flag is 8. And I have to do this. And notice how I have to do this. Okay? Good job. Thumbs up. Yes. Can I move on? Lena, can I move on? Good. Thank you for your permission. Isa, how are we? How are we? I'm sorry. Again, I'm sitting down on my couch and I'm a little too relaxed. So, let's look at question number 5. Hideki makes a quilt that has a length of 6 feet and an area of 36. Okay, let me draw that. So, it's a quilt that has a length of 6 feet and an area of 36. If he increases the length to 8 feet and the width stays the same, how much will the area increase? So before I do that, I have to figure out what the width is to start with. And I know if I look at 36 and I look at 6, what does the width have to be in order for this to equal, in order for the area to equal 36? Good, Lena. Yes, it has to be 6 because 6 times 6 equals 36. Now I go and do the steps. If he increases the length to 8 feet, so now this one becomes what? Now this one becomes 8, and the width stays the same. How much does the area increase? So, well, 6 times 8 is 48. So what do I have to do now? I have to subtract 36 from 48, and that gives me 12. Right there. Notice how I'm doing the steps. You have to do the dance. Number 6, Marina makes a tablecloth. Each unit square is 1 square meter. She continues the pattern below. So you have 1 length, 1 width. See, your length stays the same, 3. Now you add 1 width. Length stays the same, add 1 width. Length will stay the same, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to add another width. So now instead of having 3, I'm going to have 4. So I have 3 here, I have 4 here. What's my area? 12. So I'm just continuing the pattern. It's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you all did very good with that one. Let's look at the next one. The company makes tarps in the sizes shown in the table. How do the areas change? First thing you do, write down what you know. What do you know? 6, length is 3, width is 6. That's what? 18 for this one. This one, 4 and 6, that's 24. The next one, 5 and 6, that's 30. So now I take a look. What's happening here? Well, they add 6. 18 plus 6 equals 24. They add 6 to 24, and that equals 30. So I'm adding 6. Let's see if I have an answer that says add 6. Well, lo and behold, here it is. Simple, right? Yay, good job, everyone. Okay, let's go to the last two. Maya has a paint canvas that is 2 feet long and 4 feet wide. Again, before I start, let me draw what I know. Canvas that is 2 feet long and 4 feet wide. So I get my area. My area is 8. Okay. Another canvas is doubled the length and width of the first canvas. Another one is double the length. So my next one, double the length is 4. And double the width is what? 8, because I'm doubling this number here. So now what's 32? So what's my answer here? Well, is it doubled? Is the area doubled for the first one? No, because that would be 16. Is it 3 times greater? Well, if I do my math right, 8, oops, I'm sorry, 8, 16, 24, 30. I'm sorry for this because I'm still using the mouse. That pen has not arrived yet. Is it 3 times? No, it's what? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your answer is this one right here. But notice what I did first. I have to draw what I know. Let's go to the last question. A rectangle is 20 centimeters long and 6 centimeters wide. Let me draw what I know. 20 centimeters long. There it is. And 6 centimeters wide. Here right now, I'll figure out the area. What's my area? 20 times 6 is 120. Double the width and half the length. All right, that's easy. Double the width. So this is my width here, 12. Half the length. Here's my length, 10. Now I get my area, 120. Whoa, lo and behold, what is the area of the new rectangle? It is the same as the first one. Your answer is 120. Well, thank you so much for being attentive. I want to say I want to say thank you for everyone. I want to make sure everyone is doing well. So again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, and I hope to see you all soon. For now, this is Mr. Lopez wishing everyone a happy weekend. Goodbye, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for your patience again. Goodbye, you all.